much for a little time after Bible study. We're going to be very respectful of your time and just appreciate your willingness to hear a little more about Fall Friendship Dinner, what that looks like, and how that is a great way for you to serve. I'm going to do a high level, and then I'm going to turn it over to Mimi to give you some very specific details so that we have all of your questions answered today. And we have 2 mock tables that will help you maybe get a creative ideas going. I love this one. It's got the little lights on it. That is super cute. But there are a couple of ways that you can decorate and a couple of ways that you can be a table host, and we're going to let you know exactly what the requirements are so that you know exactly what's expected. But this is what I would like to say about the Fall Friendship Dinner. This is the biggest highlight event of the year for our women. More women come into our church through being invited to a dinner than any other thing. And so this is our opportunity to invite co-workers and neighbors, and I promise that if you'll invite them, they will be very happy. They'll be very pleased. We have Mary Doyle is coming back to be our guest speaker at the Tyler campus. We are expanding to 3 dinners this year. Espanol is having their campus. Thank you, girls, for your willingness to lead in that. And Flint, my Flint girls are here as well. We're expecting 100 for Espanol, 100 in the Flint campus, and 1,200 here at Tyler. And that is us as we connect, grow, and multiply. So as we are bringing women in, the Fall Friendship Dinner has a couple of components, and you might not be aware of this. This is not something that we advertise, but we want you to be aware of the why, of the strategy. And the Fall Friendship Dinner has 4 components to this one event, and this is why it makes it the biggest outreach event that we do. Number 1, we do outreach. So we're encouraging our people. Hey, bring your coworkers. Hey, bring the girls as you're waiting to pick up your daughter from dance class. Invite your friend. As you're going out, inviting your neighbors, as you're walking through the neighborhood. Say, hey, I want you to come to this Fall Friendship Dinner. You're my friend. I want you to come with me. If anybody cannot afford a ticket, we will provide one for them. And if you need some help with that, just let us know. So it's a big outreach where we're inviting people to come. The second is it's enrichment. This dinner serves to kick off our Fall Bible Study program. On the back of the Fall Friendship Dinner promotional card, you will see all the classes that you can choose from that, guess what, just so happen to start that very next Tuesday. Because you'll meet people at that table, you'll make some friends, and you're like, you know what, we're all coming to Bible study on Tuesday. We'll save you a seat at our table. That night, when you walk into the hallway, well, all the tables set up. All the teachers will be out there, all of the resources. You can look through the book. You can sign up for childcare. You can sign up for the class. There are 9, I think, different classes to choose from. You can come on Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Sunday night. I always say, I'll buy your book. I'll keep your kids. There's no reason not to be in Bible study. So we connect those 2 together. The Fall Friendship Dinner is connected to enrichment. So women will know when they come to the fun dinner, oh, there's a whole other process of ministry here for me I wasn't aware of. And hopefully they will have made a friend that night, and you will invite them to Bible study with you. So Bible study is a big component. So it's outreach. It's enrichment. The third part is missions. Mimi will explain how you can decorate your table with items that will bless one of 8 ministries local right here in Tyler. That list is on the back of one of your sheets. We've been given their wish list, and we'll explain more about that. So you decorate the table according to their greatest need. I like to say we decorate to bless, not impress. So don't, we're going to bring all our frou-frou stuff, although we love it if you bring your little fall decor because it's the Fall Friendship Dinner and those things. But the main focus on your table is diapers and baby wipes and food for the food pantry and eyeglasses for prison and toothpaste for prison and other things, gift cards for Embrace Grace and for Families Count. Those are all very important ministries here at Green Acres, and we use those gift cards to provide for the needs. We get gas cards and Walmart cards for diapers, and you'll hear more about that. So that's our missions emphasis. So already we have outreach, we have missions. It's going to bless so many people, and enrichment. And the last, maybe the most important, is one of the requirements we have as a table hostess is that you have a cross in the middle of your table. You You see, this table has a cross. This table has a different cross. The reason we do that is because I will bring it up from the platform, is we want Christ to be at the center of our life. Let me close my part with this story. This actually happened. This was years ago, but I'll never forget it. I can remember it like it happened yesterday. When I was on staff at Prestonwood, we started this ministry, the Fall Friendship Dinner. And we began to invite women from all over to come to the dinner, and it was a great, we got to bless a lot of ministries as a result of those decorations. And I always invited my neighbor. We walked together. Her name was Mary, and she was Catholic. She lived across the street from me. And for years, 4 or 5 years, I invited Mary. Mary, please come to the Fall Friendship Dinner with me. This was her response. You know I'm Catholic. You know I'm Catholic. I don't come into the Baptist church. I'm Catholic. So I tried every way I could to get around her Catholicism. It's just better. Okay? It's better. And so one year, I might have done this on purpose, maybe not, but this is how it came out. I invited her, one of her favorite authors, which was Thelma Wells. Back in those days, they had Women of Faith, and they had the Porch Pals, if you remember all. Well, she loved Thelma Wells. And I happened to know Miss Thelma, so I invited her to be our speaker that day. Well, I go to Miss Mary's house for coffee, and I say, Mary, guess who's going to be at our Fall Friendship Dinner speaking? It's going to be Thelma Wells. Well, I could probably make an exception. I could probably come, but don't try to convert me. You know, she's very clear. Don't try to convert. I said, I will not. I will not. Mary came. She came a little early so she could get seated at my table. And if you've been to the Fall Friendship Dinner, you know what it looks like. You walk into the room, and the minute you walk in, it's like, wow. All the tables are decorated. They're so cute. And they have all the fun stuff that people need. And Mary and I were walking around all those tables, just like we do here. We got about halfway through, and she's kind of oohing and awing. Oh, look at the creativity. Oh, look how that... And she's recognizing it's items that are going to be used for missions. And she made a couple of comments about what a great idea that was. And then she said this. We stopped. I was walking. I could see it in my mind's eye. I was right behind her. She stopped and turned around to me, and she said, you know what I've just noticed? Every single one of these tables has a cross on the table. She's like, that has a stained glass, that's a wood one, there's a pewter. She said, all of the crosses, because Catholic, she loved that cross. That impacted her. And she said, all of these tables have crosses in them. She said, I just love that. And I said, well, Mary, I want to tell you why we do that. Because we want Christ to be at the center of our lives. And there was a time he was not at the center of my life, and I made a mess of things. And not till I asked Jesus to come into my heart did my life make sense, and it had any purpose when I brought him back at the center of my life. I said, do you know what I'm talking about? She said, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. She said, I'm not ready to do that right now, but when I am, you'll be the first to know. And we kept right on walking, and she was doing and on over everything. Hey, not a weird conversation. I didn't ask her, if you died today, you know for sure you'd go to heaven, and what would you say to Jesus? There's a time and place for those hard conversations. She just happened to notice we had a cross. And I happened to give her the reason for that. So I'm going to do that for the platform. I'm going to say, you might notice, you might be new here. You'll notice all of our tables have a cross. Well, you know why? And it just lets the table hostess and others at the table just continue the conversation in a very non-confrontational, non-defensive way. So I hope now the Fall Friendship Dinner makes a little more sense to you why we do what we do and why we need 176 table hostesses to make this happen. That represents these numbers of M&Ms. We want you to help us have an M&M party for women's ministry, okay? This is all the table hostesses we need. This is all the ones that we do need. Now, I've already heard. How many of you raise your hand? You've already decided you're going to be a table hostess. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I'm going to let Mimi do that officially. I'm not going to do that off the cuff. I was going to move them over right quick. Ooh, I'd love to eat one of those. After our meeting, we're going to move that number right into our jar. When this is filled, we'll be ready for the Fall Friendship Dinner. Mimi, come tell us how to do it.
I know you're doing the math in your head. You're doing 176 times 8. That's 1,400 women. So that's what we're praying for. That's what we're getting prepared for, and that is why we need you so much. And so I'm so thankful that y'all are here for this informational meeting. And if your friends wanted to come, we're recording it, so we'll give them all the information they need. first thing we're gonna do is take your paper clip off of your top card, and we're gonna go through this really quickly. It's gonna be so great. So, like Debbie said, we have 3 fall friendship dinners this fall. Espanol is gonna be the first. They're gonna kick us off. And we'll have our Tyler campus September the 9th. Then our Flint campus is September the 11th.
Go Flint.
So all and I want you to know that we have sheets specifically for your campus on the table there. It's also available online. So you will have your Espanol sheet, you'll have your Flint sheet, and you'll have your Tyler sheet. So as Debbie said, and the locations are different for each one too. So look at the top of your sheet for your location. So as Debbie said, we have enrichment, missions, outreach, and evangelism. I'm going by the top part of this sheet if you want to follow along. And we have child care for a very minimal amount. We already talked about our goals. We will set up on Monday, September the 8th, 1 to 8, or Tuesday, September 9th, 10 to 4. Again, other campuses look at your setup times. Our men are serving us, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about this card in a minute and how you will tell me who your preference is for serving your table. Now let's go to your requirements. This is so easy, straightforward. I thought I was going to be able to go over there, but I won't. So we'll need you to bring 8 name tags. And I know some of you are saying, well, you didn't even look at number 1. We're going to go back to number 1 because I'm going to emphasize number 1. So I need you to bring 8 name tags, 8 napkins. Usually it is decorative to your theme for your table. On the day of setup, we provide the silverware for you to set out. It's silverware, it's cups, like for coffee. So you will set that up on that day. The table decorations must be from your chosen mission or ministry emphasis. We'll talk about that again in a minute, but it will be in the middle as you see here on the mock tables. You will have a cross at the center of your table. Debbie already explained why about that. You'll have a cardboard box underneath your table. This especially goes for the items that you bring. They will be packed in the box, if you can see under the table there, by our men who are going to help us pack it up and take it to the ministries. Number 8 is so important. Please check your email regularly. You'll be getting emails from me. You'll also possibly get emails from your hostess coach. What is a hostess coach, you ask? The hostess coach is going to answer your questions. She's also going to help you get this card that we're going to talk about in just a minute to me by the deadline of August the 29th. You're not going to turn this card into your coach. You're going to turn it into me. But she's going to prompt you, help you to get that done. So today, I would love you to confirm if you're going to be a table hostess by signing up at the table in the back. Make sure you sign up at the right campus. I have Flint, Tyler, and Espanol. But only if you're sure you're going to do that and we can actually put more M&Ms in here. So that's only if you know today. If you don't, just do it later, do it a different time. Let's talk about the mission ministry emphasis. So I'd like you to turn your page over, and again, the ladies watching on this recording, this is all on our website, greenacreswomen.org, under the Fall Friendship Dinner tab, and you'll be able to see all of these local ministries that we're loving on and supporting. So there is something I want to bring to your attention that's brand new that we're excited about. We have 3 ministries: Embrace Grace, Celebrate Recovery, and Families Count, that have requested gift cards only. So this table is rock table. And by the way, shout out to Tina Biles and Joe Lynn who put these together for us. They did a traditional one where you can see the supplies on the table, and then they did a gift card option. And so what we're going to do to keep everything straight is, this one is Embrace Grace. So you don't have to worry about getting these envelopes. We will have them on the day of setup. Embrace Grace gift cards will go in a green, like I was thinking pink and blue is green. For baby girl, baby boy, green. This is going to be Embrace Grace gift cards that we're going to give to you to put on your table so that they're secure and not getting mixed up with the other two ministries, which is Families Count, which will be gold, and then Celebrate Recovery, which will be navy. But don't worry about these right now. We'll have that on the day of setup for you. So that is the sheet. Now let's look at the all-important card that is your hostess guest list.
Are we responsible for taking the boxes too? For this year?
No. Our men servers will help pack up the boxes and take them to ministry tables that we will have set up on the night of the event. We'll have 8-foot tables, and it's going to be labeled correctly. Obviously, the gift cards won't need a box under your table. Okay, so let's look at the table hostess guest list. And so if you'll look at that real quick, I want to explain to you what open versus closed means. And so let's say you know you have 4 friends that are going to register for the Fall Friendship Dinner, and you've confirmed that they've registered. Then what you have is an open table because you have 4 seats open. So I did my math wrong. You are 1, 4 friends is 5, and 3 open. You are an open table. So circle open for me when you get to that point. And then on the night of the event, our greeters will bring 3 brand new people that have registered for the event that need a seat. So I want you to feel the most flexible with this. If you want a completely open table, you're going to have your name and then you're going to circle open. And I'm going to have 7 guests come to your table that evening. So that is what you'll do with this card. I've added 3 new questions for you. And the first one, well, this one's not new, but it says, have you registered and has your guests registered by August 29th? So you will answer that and you will give me the card after you know that that's a sure thing, for sure thing. You don't need to send this to me until you know that's a for sure thing. Number 2 question is, do you have a preference on your male server? Sometimes women want to beat their husband down and have this. But, you might want your husband and your friends to see how wonderful your husband is and how servant-oriented he is. Let me just reframe that whole thing. And then the last question is, what local ministry will your table support? This will help me just know how many men per table for what that we need for those boxes and whatnot. Okay, that is all